Welcome to the MU Podcast Club, where ideas spark, stories unfold, and conversations take center stage. Whether you're here to learn, laugh, or just listen, we have got something for you. So sit back, hit play, and let's dive in.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Movie Buffs. Last time we came with an absolute controversial bang, and today we're here yet again with another controversy.
Controversy?
Oh no. Well, I'm your host. Sorry, Rushil, and this is my co-host.
And I'm Nived. And
yeah.
Controversy గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నాం. లాస్ట్ టైం కూడా కాంట్రవర్షియల్ టాపిక్ తీసుకున్నాం. Controversy is content. Controversy is content bro, ఇప్పుడు చెప్పినట్టు. And లాస్ట్ టైం RRR ఓవర్ రేటెడా కాదా అని చేసాం. ఐ థింక్ దిస్ టైం ఆ కాంట్రవర్సీని ఇంకొంచెం పైకి తీసుకెళ్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాం.
ఈసారి ఇంకెన్ని కామెంట్స్ డిలీట్ చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది ఏంటో.
లాస్ట్ టైం చాలా you gave us a good time and a hard time also, guys.
I love MU students so much. You
yeah.
My heart.
So I think we're going to talk about one of the most controversial movies made in this decade.
Lucky that. Oh, sorry, Animal.
Yeah. So Animal, one of the most controversial movies made in 2023, and it is directed by none other than Sandeep Reddy Vanga.
Okay.
Yeah. So Sandeep Reddy Vanga, as a director, what do you think of him?
As a director, I think he's a classic director, even though he's only made 3 movies and one of them being a remake. But
to be honest, yeah, lighting heavy work.
Yeah. Oh, wow,
yeah.
Okay.
Hi guys.
So basically, let's talk about the story. Okay. Story was a story was a cinematic experience antanu. Like, it was extremely immersive. You know, if I look at a nice movie, and if I'm watching a nice movie, I expect it to be extremely immersive. I want to be like, feel like I'm one of the characters inside of the movie, and this movie has genuinely made me feel like that. Right? You know, just going back to like the initial beginning of the movie where he walks out with the hair, the long hair and the beard and the gun, and I'm just like, what's going on? Like the way he hooked us on to the whole thing, like em jarutundi.
A lot of interesting elements, like so most of them felt unique. And did you know that he drew a lot of information from the classic Hollywood movies like The Godfather, Old Boy, Pulp Fiction?
Oh, no.
Did you know this? No? So basically, The Godfather was like one of the greatest movies. Like that's the talk about the movie. So there are a lot of scenes and a lot of elements that had that have correlation with Animal. And The Godfather and Animal ki chala common points in it, like father-son emotion and all business related stuff and scenes lo kuda. So లైక్ అలా గాడ్ ఫాదరే కాకుండా ఇప్పుడు చూస్తే యానిమల్లో అర్జున్ వెల్లి సాంగ్ ఉంది, అది ఓల్డ్ బాయ్ లో ఒక లిఫ్ట్ ఫైట్ సీన్ ఉంటుంది, దాని నుంచి ఇన్స్పిరేషన్, కొన్ని ఫైట్ సీన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ పల్ప్ ఫిక్షన్. సో ఇలా చాలా క్వింటన్ టారెంటినో ఇలా చాలా ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ డ్రా చేశాడు. అండ్ ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ డ్రా చేయడం అనేది కాదు, దాని ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ ఇంటాక్ట్ ఉంటే ఇంపాక్ట్ ఇలా ఉంటుంది. ఐ థింక్ సందీప్ రెడ్డి వంగ ప్రూవ్డ్ ఇట్ త్రూ యానిమల్. సో స్టోరీ పరంగా అయితే ఐ జస్ట్ ఫీల్ లైక్ ఇట్స్ అ నార్మల్ రొటీన్ స్టోరీ, బట్ స్క్రీన్ ప్లే అండ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ గైస్, ఐ ఫీల్ it's one of the most wonderful movies ever made. I know there have been a lot of controversies lately, but apart from all of that, dani kuda oddam, but just to mention it, avanni pakkan pedte, I feel Animal is a cinematic masterpiece.
Story paranga, because obviously I think I mentioned it was immersive as well. And when you come back, when you go back to the music element and the various post production elements that were like that withstood with the movie. So, like, for example, they elevated the movie. Like, now when we talk about the execution of the movie, when we talk about story, let's talk about the execution. The music, the lighting, the shots. There's a lot of, that one shot Pajero chase up. The camera moves along with the thing, so it like the Pajero, and it's just wow. Like, it's so like. ఇలా కూడా తీస్తారా ఇండియన్ మూవీస్?
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ, నాకు అదే ఫీలింగ్ వచ్చింది. లైక్ ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు గమనిస్తే సౌండ్ డిజైన్ ఆఫ్ ద మూవీ ఎంత ఇంపార్టెంట్, లైక్ ఎలాంటి ఇంపార్టెంట్ సీన్స్ లో అంత ఇంపాక్ట్ఫుల్ మ్యూజిక్ అండ్ ఇంపాక్ట్ఫుల్ సౌండ్స్ పడ్డాయి బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ లో. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ బ్రదర్ ఇన్ లా అండ్ రన్ విజయ్ వెన్ దే వర్ ఆర్గ్యూయింగ్ నియర్ డ్యూరింగ్ ద 60th birthday. ఆ 60th బర్త్డే సీన్ లో ఐ థింక్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ లో వెన్ దే ఆర్ ఆర్గ్యూయింగ్ ఒక మ్యూజిక్ వస్తూ ఉంటుంది బ్రో, అది ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఇంపాక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేసింది. వాట్ యూ థింక్ గైస్? బికాస్ ఆ ఇంపాక్ట్ వల్ల ఆ సీన్ కి ఎన్హాన్స్మెంట్ అయింది, దానివల్ల ప్రోగ్రెషన్ కూడా ఇంకా డెవలప్ అయింది. దట్స్ మై ఒపీనియన్ అబౌట్ దాట్.
అంటే it basically builds up tension, right? The music is building up tension. Like for example, as you said, a cake appudu, like the 60th birthday, like they're on the opposite side of the on either side of the cake, and like once you're like, you know, I'm like ticking time bomb, and there's like a ding 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 and ostunappudu it's like, oh my, okay, something is about to go down, maybe he's gonna punch him through the cake, is he gonna like kick him, something is gonna happen, and
but it was a heated argument.
Exactly, like it's just the hooking elements anni, like all of them just wow. You know, there's not a lot of movies that like see, and the funny thing is it's a commercial movie as well. Talking about RRR, obviously last time when we filmed RRR we talked about how it was a mass masala commercial movie and all these, but if you want to talk about the differences between both the movies, that movie, though execution was still amazing and they had the best crew, cast and crew, this movie also had the best, not as like known as the RRR movies, RRR cast gani, they still, I felt like this movie was more immersive compared to Triple R, because I've watched Animal. It's
Absolutely
3.5 hour movie. I've watched it around 4 or 5 times just to feel,
and it never felt boring, and it was always engaging, especially the first half. And I think second half lo there are few elements like where you can be like, oh god, okay,
the non-linear story, the non-linearity for the screenplay,
that helped a lot for the engagement of the audience. And I just feel Animal, like story, screenplay, lighting, music, and overall execution, Mr. Wanga, amazing. But execution వర్క్ గురించి మాట్లాడడం ఇప్పటిదాకా, ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ తర్వాత వచ్చిన ఏంటో కూడా మీకు మనకు తెలుసు కదా, controversy, so much controversy. Like I think let's spice it up, guys. So నేను ట్విట్టర్, అదే ఎక్స్ which is whatever now, so ట్విట్టర్, ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ కామెంట్స్ మీద కామెంట్స్ చూసిన బ్రో, ఎట్లా ఉండే అంటే the only 2 words I was able to see over there was misogyny and toxic masculinity.
Wow, Gen Z.
So there are elements regarding misogyny and toxic masculinity, but I wouldn't justify the whole movie to be a misogynistic film just on the basis of few characters. But నీకు specific గా misogynistic గా అనిపించిన elements ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా? Because I do have few.
See, misogyny is what, hatred towards women,
disrespect towards,
being disrespectful towards women. And there were elements in the movie that obviously made it feel like it was,
for example,
misogynist, like the lick my shoe part, man.
That
ante adi chaala ela anpistund ante ela kaal betti na kaal naaku ante like what nonsense anpistund. Though see, does the movie actually deserve that kind of, like, I mean, does it require that kind of scene?
Actually, it didn't. I personally felt it didn't give any impact to the scene, and at the same time, okay, I wouldn't call his the cheating on Rashmika part misogynistic and all, but I just felt it was like not the cheating part, but the reasoning for that. I just felt it was a bit dumb. Like
extremely. Come on, man. Okay. Then let's put it in real world example. Okay. Let's assuming that I have a girlfriend, and you know, and my dad's in the hospital. Like just hypothetically, not me, some guy has a girlfriend and his dad is in the hospital, and just because the doctor knows the formula, and then you like try to love the doctor and cheat on your girlfriend because your dad will get better, and like it just doesn't make any sense. But నేను చెప్పింది కూడా మీకు అర్థం కాకపోవచ్చు కానీ just you see how I'm not even able to like give a proper analogy for what happened in that movie. Like what nonsense. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, Amma, why did you cheat on me? And because I wanted to know the real truth behind why she was plotting against me and my dad. Ante, what?
Yeah, I think certain elements did make the women in our society feel a bit disrespectful. But apart from that, there are a few comments from established writers like Mr. Javed Akhtar.
Yeah, I've seen that, and he's actually,
he makes sense a little bit because I think during his time, Hero was supposed to be the most ethically correct person, I guess. Like, even though he's written films like Sholay, Dawn, Diwar, Zanjeer.
Those are anti-heroes, though.
Yeah, those are all anti.
That's different. This is not. He's not even an anti-hero. This guy's a protagonist. He's a hero, and the hero is behaving like, what do you call, a person that's like societal norms paranga behave cheyatledu. Okay, like you. Okay, what Javed Akhtar was saying was also that the impact this movie has on the youth of the society.
Exactly. Ante I think their values differ from the values which are currently running in the society now.
Inspiration కింద ఉంటుంది అంటున్నా. Like people, the youth of this generation will get inspired by this movie because చెప్పాలంటే నీకు ఆనెస్ట్గా చెప్తా, ఇప్పుడు ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ లో లోన్ వుల్ఫ్, సిగ్మా మేల్ అని వస్తున్నాయి. కొంచెం సందీప్ రెడ్డి వంగ ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ రీల్స్ చూసి ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ అయ్యి లట్టు అనిపిస్తుంది నాకు అనిపిస్తుంది.
సో ఇలా ఐ థింక్ మల్టిపుల్ కాంట్రవర్సీ, ఇప్పుడు అన్ని మాట్లాడలేం కాబట్టి ఈ కొన్ని మెయిన్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ లైక్ టాక్సిక్ మాస్కులినిటీ, మిసోజినీ అండ్ కామెంట్స్ బై ఫేమస్ పీపుల్, ఐ ఫీల్ ఇంకో మెయిన్ ఆస్పెక్ట్ ఏంటంటే రణ్వీర్ కపూర్ కూడా చాలా బ్యాక్లాష్ వచ్చింది, ఎస్పెషలీ విత్ ఇన్ ది ఇండస్ట్రీ. పీపుల్ లైక్ కరణ్ జోహర్ అప్రిషియేటెడ్ ద మూవీ, బట్ దేర్ వర్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ హూ హేటెడ్ ద మూవీ స్పెసిఫికలీ. బట్ కాంట్రవర్సీ పక్కన పెడితే ఆడియన్స్ ఆఫ్టర్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఏమనుకుంటున్నాను, లైక్ మనం పక్కన పెట్టేస్తే ఐ థింక్ జనరల్ ఆడియన్స్ ఎలా ఫీల్ అయిందంట.
ఎంయూలో చూస్తే తెలిసిపోతుంది బ్రో, చాలా మంది లోన్ వోల్ఫ్, సిగ్మా మేల్ అని వస్తూ ఉంటారు. సో అలాగే ఆడియన్స్ ఆస్పెక్ట్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు అర్జున్ రెడ్డి ఇవన్నీ చూసి చాలా ఇన్స్పైర్ అయిపోతూ ఉంటారు. ఐ నో అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ గైస్, దే థింక్ దేర్ ఇస్ సిగ్మా మేల్, ఐ హావ్ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ గర్ల్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, ఐ హావ్ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ నేను చాలా అమ్మాయిలతో మాట్లాడతా, నేను సిగరెట్ కాలుస్తా, ఇలా అని ఫుల్ ఇన్స్పైర్ అయిపోతే బ్రో నువ్వు లైక్ సినిమాలో అలా బాగా అనిపిస్తుంది, కానీ నువ్వు ఇక్కడ ఎంయూలోకి వచ్చి లేకపోతే వేరే వేరే కాలేజ్కి వచ్చి చేస్తానంటే దవడ మీద అంటారు బ్రో.
ఓకే మన కాలేజ్ ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ అంతా పక్కన పెడితే,
I'm talking about the college inspiration because audience artifact అంటే అదే కదా, that's what Javed Akhtar is also talking about. Okay, if you want to like if you think you have a problem with that, then you might be the problem. So అందుకని honestly చెప్తాను.
Yeah, so అంటే maybe I feel there's a difference, like a thin line between inspiration and influence. I feel this film maybe, okay, first of all, okay, aspect lo like I'm a writer and a director like for short films, so personally I felt inspired through Animal and all, like writing part, execution part lo. But I think influence on general audience, like taking few aspects of the movie very seriously, saying that this is right, I just feel okay, maybe in one point, maybe if the filmmaker is getting the blame that audience are being spoiled by you, then I don't think it's the filmmaker's fault. I feel it is the audience's fault, because I just feel, see, we all get influenced by the thoughts that we get provoked by, right? So I think thoughts are in our control. So I just don't think films or filmmakers should get the blame. What do you call that? Film or filmmakers should get the blame for the movies they make, and just due to audience reception and perception about the movies. Okay, I don't believe in that.
True, but see, నేను ఇంకోటి చెప్తా. Shekhar Kamala, what an amazing director. Like his movies are such feel good movies and stuff. Why don't people get inspired by his movies? Leader ఎంత మంచి మూవీ వచ్చింది, why don't people get inspired by those kind of heroes? Why do people always get inspired by Arjun Reddy, ఇలా బుల్లెట్ వేసుకొస్తాడు, లేకపోతే ఇలా యానిమల్ లో ఇలాగా మళ్ళీ బుల్లెట్ వేసుకొస్తాడు? Like it doesn't make any sense. Why are people not getting influenced by feel good movies and heroes that actually want to do something good to the society, and they're getting influenced by movies and heroes that are like, okay, I'm for misogynistic, toxic masculinity. See, నేను ఎందుకు ఇలా అంటున్నానంటే Ranbir Kapoor himself admitted to the movie portraying the hero as a toxic masculine, like
he's a flawed man.
And he even says that himself. Though Sandeep Reddy Vanka will be like, next time I'll show violence, and like it just like he won't accept his movie because his movie for him is amazing. Everyone అలాగే అనిపిస్తుంది. But Ranbir Kapoor, the guy that played the character himself, is saying, no, my guy had toxic masculinity in him. So, you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So, guys,
don't get inspired by those kind of movies, man. So, guys, Shekhar Kamala heroes ga avandu kada. Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. Nannu adigite cinema inspire cheyadu, guys. Just entertain chestadi.
Exactly.
And if by any chance you're getting inspired or influenced, I don't think
visit Yarragadda, please.
I don't think it's the filmmaker or the film's point. I think it's a societal failure.
Cigarette daakandra, please.
It's just a societal failure is what I feel. Ante kani I just feel films shouldn't get the blame about this. What do you say?
Films and filmmakers shouldn't, but the audience should because of how they perceive the movies.
Yeah.
And with that, I want to conclude this episode of Movie Buffs. Hopefully, this time you guys won't give us such bad comments as you did last time with RRR. But
just for saying cigarette tagodu, please guys don't.
We don't endorse any of the things that are done in the movie. But again, thank you guys so much. And ఈసారి ఏం చేద్దాం దోస్తి లాస్ట్ టైం ఇప్పుడేంటి సన్ గ్లాస్ పెట్టుకున్నాం మళ్ళీ.
Yeah, sunglasses పెట్టుకుందాం. And guys, once more, controversy is content. పర్లేదు bro, non sync.